Well, here we are. After 5 years of waiting, the new mainline Sonic game, Sonic Frontiers, is finally... And boy, what a journey it was to get here. Now, as many of you know, I am quite the Sonic fan, to say the least. Heck, Sonic Adventure 1 is my favorite game of all time. Now that proves how much I care about this franchise. Well, back in 2017, the last mainline Sonic game, Sonic Forces, was released, and it was... it wasn't bad, but it wasn't good either. And sadly, after the game released, a lot of people started to lose faith in Sonic Team, thinking that they can no longer make a good Sonic game. Not me. Even though, yes, I still felt let down by Forces, I still have some optimism left for Sonic Team, hoping they can still make a good Sonic game. And don't worry, we only had to wait 5 years! And during those 5 years, we got a pretty great expansion to a good game, a really enjoyable racing game, and... that... But now the game is finally out, and what do I think of it? Incredible. I'm just gonna say it, this is the best Sonic game since Unleash. Even though I did love Generations, that was more of a compilation of the best levels in Sonic games. As an original game, this is the best since Unleash and Adventure 2. Now first, let's start off with the story. And I'm just gonna say it, this is the best story in the Sonic games since both Adventure 2 and Shadow Story in 06. Unlike the meta-era games, the story in Frontiers does not feel like an episode of a Saturday morning cartoon. It actually feels like a legitimate story for a video game. And don't even get me started on the characterization. After so many years, we are finally taking these characters seriously. Sonic is finally not saying a cringeworthy joke every 5 minutes. And it's finally nice to see Tails, Knuckles, and Amy actually be characters instead of just cheerleaders for Sonic. And yes, people, Sega is finally taking Knuckles' character seriously. Sega, for now on, make Ian Flynn the new head writer for the series, as he has proven time and time again he can make good stories with these characters. Now let's talk about the main elephant in the room, the gameplay. When I first saw the IGN gameplay, I was initially worried that the world was going to be bland and boring and will have barely anything to do. But I am happy to say that the open world gameplay is really good. The world looks pretty, Sonic controls really good, and there's actually stuff to do. Although I will admit there is too much rails in there, and the rail grinding can get a bit annoying at times, but overall the open world's fine. Now let's talk about the main elephant in the room when it comes to the gameplay, the cyberspace levels. They're fine. They're just better versions of the gameplay from Forces. Though I will admit Sonic is kinda slow when you don't boost him. But I'll give it this, he isn't as slow as he was in the IGN gameplay. Overall, Sonic Frontiers is truly the best Sonic game in years. While yes, it does have its flaws like Sonic moving slowly in the cyberspace levels, too many rails, and the Coco minigames not really being enjoyable, it all but makes up for it for its amazing story, good characterization, and really enjoyable gameplay. Even if you're not a Sonic fan, you should pick this up as it's not only a good Sonic game, but a good game in general. And for the first time in a long time, I am actually really hopeful about the future of this franchise. Overall, I give Sonic Frontiers a 9 out of 10. Has its flaws, but is truly a step in the right direction. Well, I guess we have to wait another 5 years for the next Sonic game to come out. I sure can't wait.